A massive Ponzi scheme, a 40-year feud, and a tragic ending that shook Hollywood. Beyond the iconic dances of Footloose lies a reality of lost fortunes and heartbreaking goodbyes. Who built a business empire and who perished in the shadows? Let's uncover the secrets of the 1984 cast. Born in 1958, Kevin Bacon was 26 when his electric performance as Ren McCormick redefined teen rebellion. While Footloose made him a global icon and inspired the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon phenomenon, his real-life story is one of a staggering financial nightmare. In 2008, Bacon and his wife, Kara Sedgwick, discovered they had lost nearly their entire life savings to Bernie Madoff's $65 billion Ponzi scheme. Overnight, their fortune vanished, forcing the Hollywood veteran to take every role offered to rebuild from zero. Equally shocking is the secret behind his legendary warehouse dance. Bacon actually used 3 different stunt doubles, one for the gymnastics, one for the complex choreography, and one just for the backflips, as producers feared an injury would bankrupt the studio. Despite these hurdles, Bacon's resilience remains his true legacy. Today, at 67, he remains in peak physical health through a strict fitness routine and a passion for farming at his quiet country home. He continues to dominate the screen, recently starring in high-profile projects like Max Scene and Beverly Hills Cop. Axel F. Now, he has rebuilt his net worth to an impressive $45 million, proving he is a master of both the dance floor and the comeback. Chris Penn was only 19 when he stole our hearts as Willard Hewitt, the lovable best friend who had to learn how to dance. Despite being the younger brother of the fiery Sean Penn, Chris carved out his own legacy with a rare mix of toughness and vulnerability. But off-camera, his life was a quiet struggle against his own body. While his character provided the film's funniest moments, Penn's health began to decline in his 30s due to weight struggles and underlying issues. In a tragedy that shook Hollywood in 2006, he was found dead in his Santa Monica apartment at just 40 years old. The cause was non-specific cardiomyopathy, an enlarged heart that simply gave out. He passed away just one day before the premiere of his final film at Sundance. Leaving behind a legacy of authentic, gritty performances, Chris Penn remains the beating heart of Footloose, a talent extinguished far too soon, proving that sometimes the brightest lights burn out the fastest. At 39, John Lithgow delivered a masterclass in complexity as Reverend Shaw Moore. Far from a simple villain, he transformed the strict preacher into a grieving father, a performance that remains the emotional spine of the film. A fun trivia that surprises many. Despite his towering 6'4" presence, Lithgow is actually a gifted musician and children's author off-screen. While the town of Beaumont banned dancing, the real Lithgow was a Harvard-educated intellectual who would go on to win 2 Tony Awards and 6 Emmys, becoming one of the most decorated actors of his generation. His secret to longevity? A relentless versatility, from playing a terrifying serial killer in Dexter to Winston Churchill in The Crown. Now 80, with a commanding $50 million fortune, Sir John Lithgow stands as a titan of British and American cinema, proving that the most rigid characters on screen are often portrayed by the most brilliant, free-spirited minds in the industry. Dianne Wiest was 36 when she played Vi Moore, the gentle but firm voice of reason in a house of strict rules. Known for her ability to convey deep emotion with a single look, Wiest was the soul of the film's domestic scenes. But behind her humble, motherly image lies a powerhouse of Hollywood talent. Just 2 years after Footloose, she began a legendary collaboration with Woody Allen, eventually winning 2 Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actress. Unlike the high glamour stars of her era, Wiest famously lived a modest, art-focused life, even admitting in later years that the struggle for veteran actresses to find work is real, despite their prestige. She remains a fiercely private individual, devoted to her 2 adopted daughters and her craft over the red carpet. Now 78, with a net worth of $500,000, Dianne Wiest represents the actor's actor, a woman who valued the integrity of the story over the paycheck. She reminds us that even in a town that bans dancing, the quiet strength of a woman's spirit can never be silenced. At 19, Sarah Jessica Parker played Rusty, the fast-talking, bubbly supporting friend whose role seemed minor at the time. Little did the world know that this quirky girl from Ohio would transform into a global cultural phenomenon. Long before the designer shoes and Manhattan penthouses of Sex and the City, Parker was a hard-working Broadway kid supporting her large family. Her time on Footloose was marked by her infectious energy, yet she remained in the shadow of the lead actors for years. The ultimate plot twist? While many lead stars saw their fame fade, Parker built a business empire worth over $250 million. She transitioned from a supporting best friend to a fashion mogul and a 6-time Golden Globe winner. Now 61, she is the undisputed queen of New York style, a living testament that in the marathon of Hollywood, it's not about where you start on the cast list, but how you rewrite the ending of your own story. Frances Lee McCain was 40 when she played Ethel McCormick, the supportive mother who stood by Wren during his fight for freedom. By 1984, McCain had already established herself as the national mother of Hollywood, appearing in a string of legendary 80s blockbusters. From the chaotic world of Gremlins to the time-traveling adventure of Back to the Future, she was the comforting face of the American family. Beyond her motherly roles, McCain was a fiercely intelligent performer who later pursued a master's degree in psychology, balancing her artistic career with a deep interest in human behavior. Unlike many of her peers who struggled with the transition out of the spotlight, she aged with immense grace, continuing to work in theater and independent projects. Now 81, she lives a fulfilled life in California, a respected veteran who helped shape the emotional landscape of a decade. Her presence in Footloose provided the grounding heart the film needed, proving that behind every rebel, there is often a mother whose quiet strength makes the revolution possible. At 28, Jim Youngs embodied the toxic masculinity of the 80s as Chuck Cranston, the jealous boyfriend and Wren's chief rival. While his character was the guy audiences loved to hate, Youngs came from a family of deep cinematic roots, being the younger brother of the Deer Hunter star John Savage and actress Gail Youngs. Off-screen, Jim was far from the town bully. He was a serious actor who sought to escape his brother's massive shadow. Despite the high-profile exposure of Footloose, his career followed a quieter, more reserved path, with notable roles in The Young Blood and The Midnight Witness. He eventually stepped away from the blinding spotlight of A-list Hollywood to focus on a more private life, away from the industry's relentless grind. Now 69, Jim Youngs remains a cult icon for his portrayal of the ultimate small-town antagonist. His legacy is a reminder that in Hollywood, playing the villain perfectly can be both a blessing and a curse for an actor's future trajectory. John Laughlin was 30 years old when he played Woody, the athletic and energetic friend who helped bring the rhythm to Beaumont. While he didn't reach the A-list superstardom of Kevin Bacon, Laughlin became the ultimate working actor, a reliable face that Hollywood casting directors loved. Throughout the 80s and 90s, he carved out a massive career in television, appearing in hit crime dramas like Criminal Minds and NCIS. He even shared the screen with legends in big-budget films like The Rock and Crimes of Passion. Off-camera, Laughlin maintained a remarkably stable life, far from the tabloid scandals that consumed many of his peers. He proved that success in the industry isn't always about being the lead. It's about the longevity of the craft. Now 72, he continues to work occasionally, a respected veteran who transitioned from the neon lights of the 80s to the gritty realism of modern TV. His journey is a testament to the enduring spirit of a character actor who never stopped moving. Lori Singer was 27 when she brought the rebellious, red boot-wearing Ariel Moore to life. A world-class cellist and Juilliard graduate, Singer's elegance was undeniable. But her time on set was fueled by a hidden, icy friction. Decades-old rumors suggest a profound backstage feud between Singer and Kevin Bacon. The two reportedly shared a mutual dislike so intense they barely spoke off-camera. Paradoxically, this authentic tension is credited with creating the explosive, forbidden chemistry that defined their on-screen romance. While the film became a cultural juggernaut, Singer's career struggled to maintain its momentum, leading her to transition into independent film production and returning to her musical roots. Her private life remained guarded, though her brief marriage to lawyer Richard Emery ended in divorce in the late 90s. Now 68, with a net worth of $500,000, Lori Singer remains a symbol of 80s nostalgia. She represents the enigmatic artist who survived the Hollywood machine, proving that sometimes the most memorable cinematic fires are sparked by the coldest backstage wars. Born in Detroit in 1937, Timothy Scott brought a sharp, authentic flavor to Footloose as Ernie, a face that perfectly mirrored the rugged spirit of the era. A veteran character actor, Scott spent decades masterfully portraying quirky, rough-edged Western figures in iconic projects like Lonesome Dove and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Off-camera, he built a dedicated life alongside his wife, Donna Lee Drake, and their children, completely choosing artistic depth over Hollywood gossip. Sadly, just 11 years after Footloose hit theaters, Scott's journey was cut short. In June 1995, he passed away in Los Angeles at age 57 after a quiet battle with lung cancer, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable, gritty realism. He represents the bedrock of 80s nostalgia, the essential character actor whose subtle brilliance ensured the magic of cinema always felt unapologetically real. Elizabeth Gorcey was just 22 when she appeared as Wendy Jo, the bubbly and charming girl next door. While many expected her to follow the traditional Hollywood starlet path, Gorcey had a much more creative an ambitious vision for her life. As she matured, she grew tired of being in front of the lens and made a daring pivot into filmmaking and documentary directing. Her work, such as the acclaimed Choosing Happiness, showcased her deep interest in human connection and spirituality. But her impact didn't stop at cinema. She became a successful children's book author, creating the Live On series inspired by her own daughter. Gorcey reinvented herself as a multimedia storyteller, proving that the girl who danced in Beaumont was destined for far more than just a supporting role. Now 64, with a net worth estimated at $1.5 million, she is a powerhouse of independent creativity. Elizabeth Gorcey stands as an inspiring example of how to navigate the maze of fame and come out the other side as a creator, a leader, and a voice for the next generation. Lynne Marta was 39 when she played the supportive Lulu Warnaker, a face that radiated the warmth of 1980s television. Beyond Footloose, Marta was a prolific talent with over 500 television credits, appearing in classics like Starsky and Hutch and Charlie's Angels. However, her life was marked by a deeply tragic connection. She was the longtime partner of actor David Soul and was tragically present during the 1989 murder of young actress Rebecca Schaeffer, an event that haunted her for years. In a heartbreaking turn of events, the labyrinth of life reached its end for her just recently. In January 2024, Lynne Marta passed away at the age of 78 after a brave private battle with cancer, only weeks after the death of her soulmate, David Soul. Her passing marks the end of an era for the Footloose family, leaving behind a legacy of grace and a reminder of the fragile thread that connects us all. She remains a beloved star who shone brightly even through her quietest struggles. Arthur Rosenberg was 41 when he portrayed Wes Warnaker, bringing a steady, mature presence to the screen. A classic Hollywood character actor, Rosenberg never sought the blinding spotlight, choosing instead a life of consistency and craft. Throughout the decades, he became a familiar face in American households, popping up in countless guest roles on modern television series and commercials. While many stars of the 80s faded away, Rosenberg maintained a quiet but busy career, supported by a stable personal life far from the drama of the tabloids. He represents the working class of Hollywood, the actors who keep the industry moving with their reliable talent. Now 83, he still takes on occasional projects, proving that passion for acting has no expiration date. He remains a respected veteran, living a fulfilled life dedicated to the art of storytelling. The neon lights of 1984 have faded, leaving behind resilient survivors and silent legends. Today, some still rule the screen, while others found peace beyond the spotlight. Looking at their wrinkled faces, do you see the rebels they once were? Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more incredible journeys through time.